Ignacia del Espiritu Santo grew up in a wealthy family, but was known for her humility and compassion towards people. In the serene surroundings of the church, young Ignacia del Espiritu Santo stood before Father Alberto Colares, a trusted mentor and a spiritual guide who played a significant role in shaping her faith and character.
Ignacia, my child, your devotion and compassion inspire all who knows you. May the light of God's love shine through you, guiding your path with grace and wisdom.
Father, your words of encouragement and guidance has been the greatest source of hope in my life. I am grateful for your presence and lessons you have given to me.
The moment of Ignacia's baptism, before she already possessed a precious gift bestowed upon her by God, the gift of unwavering faith, a divine blessing that would shape her journey of service and compassion in the years to come. She was raised by loving and caring parents. As a child, she could have everything she had wanted, especially education. Her home became her school, and her parents were her teacher.
Ignacia, my child, observe the world around you with curiosity. There are many lessons you will personally.
Yes, Father, I will learn from others, but the most profound lessons I've learned is having from you and Mother. The love, the patience, and the kindness will be my guiding light.
Ignacia was 2, 5, and 6 years old when she experienced the hope and joy of having a brother and a sister. The experience of having and losing must have opened for the young Ignacia is a way of looking at life. Life on earth has the end, the destiny of human. Life is not this world but God. Death is not the final destination. Ignacia's parents wanted her to get married and have a family when she turned 21. But Ignacia's heart longed for a different calling, one that would lead her on the path or service and devotion. She didn't want her parents down. She went to Father Paul Klein, a Bohemian Jesuit priest who came to Manila in 1682.
Oh, Father, I don't want to disappoint my parents, but this is not the path I want.
Ignacia, follow what your heart desires. It is not about to disappoint them. There's many opportunity along the way. Ignacia's life took a significant turn when she experienced a profound spiritual awakening. In a solitude of prayer, she felt deep connection to God and a calling to dedicate her life for serving others.
O Lord, reveal me the purpose you have given to me. Guide me to serve you with all of my heart.
Filled with a newfound of sense of purpose, Ignacia made the courageous decision to follow her faith. She went home to say goodbye to her parents. When she left home, she brought with her only a new needle and pair of scissors. This symbolized her decision to life by the labor of her own hands, although her parents could still support her. The strength in her decision must have come from her deep experience of the spiritual exercise. She centered her life on the suffering Christ, imitated him by acts of penance and fasting. She lived with God's presence and she grew in virtues. Ignatius the Better was maturing into a woman of faith. Ignacia's niece, Christiana, visited her at the Beaterio, expressing her desire to join the community and follow to her footsteps.
I have witnessed the love and compassion you share with others, and I wish to be part of the Beaterio. Will you accept me into your community? My dear niece, you have a pure heart, and your presence will enrich our community and others in need. You are welcome to join our Beaterio.
She was called to open her heart to other women who visited to join her. Discerning God's call to community, Ignacia decided to accept this woman, and a community of Betas was formed in 1685. Even though the community was living in poverty, its members managed to stay together even though it became harder for them to support themselves as the members increased.
Sisters, we find ourselves tested once again by the trials of poverty, and now sickness has taken hold of our companions.
Let us gather our strength and faith to face these challenges with courage and grace.
We may lack the means to provide for all needs, but we are to reach in compassion and unity. Let us come together prayer and support for our sister.
We must remember that our faith is not in our own abilities, but in the grace and mercy of God. Let us have faith that His will shall be done and our prayers will be heard.
As the Betas continued to pray, a sound of soft coughing can be heard coming from the corner of the room.
Sisters, let us not lose our hope. Our faith shall be her shield. Let us tend to her with care and devotion.
Being often in darkness, for they have nothing to give them light. They eat their supper before sunset on moonlight nights. They eat at 8 o'clock using banana leaf, for they had no plates.
My My dear sisters, we are still gathering here today as one. We are once tested by the poverty, but still we are still gathering as one.
I am filled with gratitude for the love and support of our dear sisters.
Ignacia and her companions were grieving with the death of their spiritual father.
Sisters, we gather here today to mourn the passing of our dear spiritual guide, Father Paul Klein.
Together, we grieve as one family, bound by love and loss. Father Klein may be gone in this world, but his spirit shines bright in our hearts.
In 1725, the Jesuit father helped them obtain an annual endowment of 300 pesos from the legacy of General Juan Ignacio de Vertis.
Sisters, I bring you news that fills our heart with gratitude and joy.
Through the generosity of General Juan Ignacio de Vertis, we have received a generous annual endowment to support our community and mission.
Several years before she died, she gave the leadership of the foundation to Mother Dominga del Rosario.
My dear sisters, it is a heart full of gratitude and love that I stand before you today. But now, after much prayer and reflection, I have come to a decision. But I believe it is time for me to pass the leadership of this foundation to any one of you. Dominga del Rosario.
Mother Ignacia, it has been an honor to have served alongside with you all. Your wisdom and guidance has been the source of light for all of us.
I have watched you grow as a strong, compassionate leader. Your heart is pure, and your dedication is amazing. I have no doubt that you will continue to lead this foundation with grace and humility.
Mother Ignacia resigned from the foundation and lived as an ordinary member until her death on September 10, 1748. While she was still alive, she could guide both the leader and the community according to the spirit of the original foundation. After her death, the community survived because they had learned the way of Mother Ignacia.